So the longer I've been in the real estate business, the more I've recognized and am recognizing that there is a secret sauce. There's a secret to success for owners that I see that really like have taken their real estate game to the next level, and those that have not, those that maybe have stayed in a similar position, or let me elaborate. So when we first started in real estate in this space, I was a do-it-yourselfer. Some of the things I'd fix myself. I love that stuff, like getting my hands dirty, getting out there, being in the trenches. Like it sometimes turning a wrench brings me joy, right? And what we ended up finding out really quickly was that I became the bottleneck. I became the problem. When I was connecting with a certain individual, or let's say I'd connect with a tenant, and the tenant ended up knowing that I was an owner, a bad situation for the team, or for Evan at the time, right? Because then it's like tenant knows the owner, basically tenant thinks that they don't have to do what property manager says because they know the owner and they can call the owner directly. Well, that circumvents the process and makes it a bad situation. So from there, I had to get into a space where I was completely turning off the idea of thinking that I had anything to do with any of my investment properties, right? And that's where I felt like leveling up a little bit, where I see most of our clients, those that I think are doing it the best, have separated themselves. I've talked about it in the past, the three different people that I find in real estate investing. Those, number one, those that are investors that want to do things themselves. Number two, those that want to do some things themselves but want help with it, right? Or number three, those that are totally hands-off, who want nothing to do with the management side of it and want to just collect a check every month. Okay, so when we started the business, the people in the middle, that second phase, there was a lot of those that we'd work with, and I was one of them, right? And as we've progressed, as our systems and our processes and our team has gotten bigger and things have gotten better behind the scenes, what we've found is in order to recreate success each and every time for a consistent service offering, we've got to be able to follow a certain protocol, and that protocol is often broken by me, the owner. Right? I break it because I'm making a decision that doesn't necessarily coincide with the systems and processes that are in place for my team. And I'm making them on the fly. I might be like, oh, that sounds like a great idea, right? How many times have I said that? Probably a lot. And my team's like, oh, no, don't do that. Like, stop it. You're breaking the system. So the reason why I'm bringing this up is because as an investor, as people start to acquire more properties, or they want to see themselves work themselves out of a job on the management side, they're recognizing that they're more valuable not being in the process than being in the process. Collecting a check versus not worrying about all of the nuance that a property manager should be caring about. As a property owner, when I put on my property owner hat, I don't want to have to worry about anything at a property. I know that stuff keeps me awake at night if I did have to think about it. If the phone was to ring, if there was a flood, if there was a vacancy, whatever. Like, I don't want to have to worry about that because I'd rather be worrying about other things. So why I'm bringing this up is I'm recognizing that as you get, if you want to find yourself be the most successful in this space, I'm not saying there's one way to do anything. It's that when you want to take that step and offer it to a third party, it's very hard for that third party to be exceptionally successful in that space if you've still got a toe in the water, right? If you're still making a few decisions, or if you're still wanting to be a part of an old process that has since changed. And I find myself in that situation, right? It's fun being in the office here because I get to see all the different changes and everything, but at the same time, sometimes I feel left behind, like the decisions are being made without me when it comes to, my properties. And it's like, well, wait, hold on. Now they know better, right? And I have to trust that process. So getting back to what does success look like? What's the secret sauce of investing in real estate? And in my opinion, the secret sauce is figuring out how to set it and forget it, how to let other people, systems, processes, whatever, handle these things the right way, and be able to focus my attention, energy on other things that might matter more, like my family, like other pieces of the business, like so many other things. If I had to worry about just the properties every day, then that might dig into my creative juices when it comes to putting together amazing videos like this one. No, for real. Like, it might dig into the other pieces of this business or of my personal life that I don't want it to. I've shared that, my wife and I have an investment property in northern Arizona. We use it as a short-term rental. We also use it as a place where we can hang out and, do our thing. It's so much more work because we have to be thinking about it so much more. And when I look at that model and I joke with my wife, I say, hey, if we weren't going up there and using it, we wouldn't have it. Like that, it wouldn't make sense to us because of how much work it is. It doesn't make sense financially. So it's the same type of thing. It's like adopting that model. The secret sauce is being able to offload it so you don't have to think about it anymore. It's just doing its thing. That's my video for the week. Thanks so much for watching. See ya.